Hi DNF Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. Let's talk about it. And before you question why I'm doing a book review on this, even though I DNF'd, I did stop at 51%, so I feel like I read enough to give a general overview of what it's about, talk about why I didn't like it, and also talk about who I think might enjoy this. This book is a YA fantasy. It follows Zelly, a young girl who is on a quest to save magic in Orisha. The king of Orisha, who is not a magic user, decided to eradicate all the magi, or the people who use magic, and she, along with her brother and the princess, are on a quest to save that magic before it goes away forever. I ended up DNFing this for a few different reasons. The main one was that the characters didn't feel too developed to me. I felt like the story was happening to them rather than us as the readers seeing a fleshed out character experiencing the story that they're going through. I would get to specific moments where it's high stakes and you would think that as a reader you would feel for these characters, and I was just like, I actually don't care that they just got kidnapped. I don't care that their life is in danger. Another thing that I didn't really like was the pacing and the writing. It was very fast paced, which that wasn't what I necessarily hated. It just felt like it would go from one thing to another without fully staying in like dissonance. There would be dissonance, then it would be resolved literally that chapter or like the next chapter. So to me, it didn't feel like there was a lot of tension just being drawn out throughout the story. Like whatever tension there was, at least that was really high stakes, would happen in the moment and then be resolved immediately after. It was more so that the plot was like a big factor in the story and there were a lot of different plot points, but the characters were just like there. Overall, I felt the writing was a bit repetitive and it was more so telling rather than showing, which a lot of these things I'm okay with dealing with separately, but because they all kind of came together in one book, it just felt like there was nothing for me to root for in terms of the writing, in terms of the story, in terms of the character, that I wanted to finish the book. With that said, I do think there are people who would like this book. If you are new to fantasy, really interested in like getting to know fantasy as a genre, this is a good book to start with. It has all of the bones of what a fantasy is. It has political intrigue, there's magic, interesting world, there's like a little star-crossed lovers type plot happening. I think too, if you're a person who really only cares about plot, or you can like do away with characters, if that's the type of reader that you are, I think you would like this book as well. And I will say it's definitely written to be on the screen. As I was reading it, I'm like, I understand why there's a film adaptation in the works. I know that there is a lot of controversy around the casting, which is a bit disappointing to see, but I'll likely still end up watching the movie regardless because I do want to see how the story translates on the screen.